Happy summer solstice, everybody. It's 12:28 American time. That was cool. So, summer solstice is a great time for you to really appreciate Mother Earth. I mean, right? Isn't that what it's all about? This is the time that things grow. I don't know if you guys can see this. You can't. But I usually have these vines that I allow Mother Earth to come in on my porch and bring in these vines. And let me see if I can turn on one of these lights. According to my granddaughter, I am the plant lady, and I do not have that many plants. I don't know where she comes up with that, but okay. This year, the vines have made these. Isn't that pretty? And I just let them come in on this one side. And she's got herself all vined up on my shelves and made these beautiful flowers. Oh, I'm bothering the bird. I have 3 birds' nests. I was going to show you the eggs, but the mama is in the nest and I am not going to bother her. But winter solstice is about appreciating what you can grow and, with the help of Mother Earth, what you can create. Now there's other ways to bring in summer solstice. If you get into some of the darker history, it always goes into human sacrifices and children and all that. But tonight I just wanted to show you the pretty flowers that showed up. I was talking to my sister on the phone today before work, and I was telling her, you got to be careful. You own a house. You don't want things to destroy your house. But when I first moved into this house 4 years ago, I made a home for not only my children and myself, but I made a home with respect. And this year I got beautiful flowers. I've got 3 birds' nests on my porch. I've got baby eggs, mamas that trust me. Even my older son, he goes, "Man, Mom, the animals really trust you." I have rabbits that come up and squirrels. Of course, the squirrel did not get my last ginger plant. I do have this ginger growing, if you guys can see it. So I do have some ginger growing. Went out to the garden and watered it and was just thinking about the planet alignments tonight and how here in Northwest Arkansas you can actually see the stars. It's like a really good stargazing night. I also wanted to talk about the recession that's coming. And they always say, we ain't seen nothing like this in 40 years. Guys, this is going to be depression-style recession. You know what I'm saying? And it's all been done by design. Anybody who has a brain cannot look at this anymore and say this wasn't done by design. Nobody can do that. I don't even really debate it anymore with people. It looks like India wants to start doing some massive trading with Russia, which we should be doing the same thing. We're just going to start saying the world government, the ones that, and the ones that we see, guys, those are just the puppets. Those aren't the big dogs. There's a name that keeps popping in my head. It's something that I heard a couple weeks ago about a family years and years ago, like 1700s, called the Porsche family. I think I'm saying that right. And I think I'm going to dive into trying to get educated on that. I think they have a lot to do with what's going on right now. So India's going to start trading, and they're going to probably do a lot better than us, but the whole world is watching America, watching how we do things. And I guess by 1983, we got out of that one recession by a dude named Walker. He got us back down to, I think it was 3% interest. You guys can fact check me on that. You're not going to be able to pull us out of this because they don't want us pulled out of this. The years of what they considered us useless eaters having our good are over. A girl today called me that I've known for a couple of years, and it was total fear. What's coming? How do I prepare? And the thing that she said that got me was, I feel like I need to be around like-minded people. And I think she said that to me before when we talked maybe a year ago. I find that with a lot of folks. Bridie, what's coming? Bridie, what do I do? I mean, first and foremost, you should probably have some fucking food in your house by now. Yeah? You should probably make sure that you have a good water filtration system of some sort. Even if you have 20 smart straws, you better have something. We are in a shitstorm. That's why I did that video earlier talking about, they talk about the meteors and the comets and all this stuff of all these movies of predictive programming and viruses. Guys, what we just saw is nothing compared to what they've got planned for us next. Do I know exactly what that looks like? No, but I have a whole lot of theories on what it could be, and none of it's good. That girl that called me today was talking about how Trump did some rally and did like a 45-minute talk, but he still didn't talk if he was going to run. And I had to tell her, you know, have you ever thought of the two names Trump and Pence? Trumpets. Trump, Pence, trumpets. They love to make the Bible come alive for all the believers out there. And I also did tell her, you know, if you get into the fear frequency, then your immune system goes down. Everything that we feel, everything that we think, it affects our physicality here. They know that. They know us well. They know how to manipulate us and how to make us feel. I think there's even some songs from the band Muse that talks about that. Making us feel all the time. It's just like this LBJQ, ZKPP, I don't know what the fuck it is. This is all to confuse us even more. And they're always going after the children. And I've been saying that for so many years. Take care of your children, watch your children. I even try to get my kids to understand the kids shouldn't be in school, but everybody has to work. I mean, they've done a good job at setting this all up. Kids are getting programmed left and right now that they're not really supposed to be a girl. If they were born a girl, they're really supposed to be a boy. Maybe that's why people like me are a little tired. We see it. We tried to speak our truths. Hardly anybody would listen. And we've been doing it for so long. It's like it's here. What we told you guys, it's all here. What do you choose to do with it? You know, even though our choices are limited, because that again too has been done by design. They always say free will. Our free will is bullshit. We still can make a choice on how we feel, how we handle things. And that's huge. I think by 2025, guys, we're going to really know what's going on. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of huge questions anymore. She did mention that her fiance was talking about how they want to get the middle class gone. I've been saying that since 2010. that they were going to invert truths and implode America. And whether people believe it or not, America is the economic giant. It's what everybody looks to for economy, money, inflation, all of it. And that was all done by design too. There should be no lines between countries. There should be no lines between people. And nobody should ever be without a home. There's plenty of space and resources for every single fucking human here. And all they feed everybody with is there's not enough resources. That's because they're taking the resources away from us daily. And I mean, right now it's literally in your face. But back in the day, it wasn't so in the face. It was people like me saying, well, this is what they're doing. Do you notice it? This is literally in our faces. Do we go into fear mode? I think that just like anger, I think that there should be a balanced amount of fear, because that's going to make people acknowledge that there's something going on, but not so much fear that you hide in a corner and cry all day long because you just can't handle it. And there should be a certain amount of anger, because that's going to kick you your butt. That's going to be the butt kicker, saying, you know, I'm scared, but I'm angry. And like I told her on the phone, the lines in the sky are a big reason. Those and the needles in our arms and what we do to our kids all day, and how we tell everybody that they should always try to be accepted by others and be a good little boy and a good little girl. Don't have opinions. Don't you voice. You do as you said. If I tell you to do something, you better do it. And all of that's good and fine. I mean, you definitely don't want, you know, a terrible child, because I've seen some. But there's got to be balance with that too. My granddaughter has opinions, and she thinks, and she's got questions. And I listen, and I try to answer them. And if I can't, I'm honest. And I think a lot of families have lost that too. They broke up the families a long time ago, guys. I remember telling somebody that, can you believe that they could break up the family unit by introducing a box of cake mix? Well, that's absurd. How the hell? Because then the wife had more time on her hands and realized that she wanted to make money. When you kept the woman in the kitchen with her flour and her sugar or whatever for 6-7 hours making meals and keeping the house clean, men didn't really have a whole lot to worry about. Little things like that they did on purpose. They didn't want mamas at home being compassionate caregivers. And they didn't want men to feel like men and work and make the living. Most men nowadays, they feel like they're way less than a man. You know what I'm saying? This has all been done by design, guys. Get some food, get some water, make sure you have a good first aid kit. I'm actually this weekend going to see if I can pull off a couple of things and show some things that people don't think about that they should have in a first aid kit, because we were talking about that as well today. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. It's very late and I'm tired. TTFN.